I think John. How does this work? So hi, I'm Eddie. I made this thing. With a chair.
I made this thing.
You have to stand by me. That's not
Sorry. I made this thing.
Now your butt's watching the camera.
Yeah. What's going on here? I made this thing. And then
hey guys.
Nick over here.
Don't forget to the camera.
Made this out of this, so that's pretty awesome. It's a bottle opener, brass knuckle. So, and it's modeled after Bullet Bill from Mario.
You intimidated to fights while opening bottles?
Well,
it's after he opens the bottle.
Yeah.
So brass knuckles by themselves are not totally legal, but the way you get around it is it has another function. So yeah, you market it as a right. Yeah, then you can get in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you need it, it's there. But yeah, no. So EDC, everyday carry. There's like a big community of guys that love all that stuff. There's a bunch of different outs out there they call them. So this was just my little play on it.
How did you make it?
This was all by this one was all by hand. I just cut it out of brass. Use my tools. So I'm a knife maker, custom knife maker.
So I camera.
A whole bunch of
Show the camera.
So
You guys doing?
Check that.
Your
Beastie Boys video.
yeah. So we're custom knife makers. So I have a bunch of tools at in my garage, and that's part of the reason why I want to join here. It's so much more tools. A lot of guys with different knowledge here. So yeah, pretty much.
Very cool. We'll call you back up here later to reintroduce yourself.
Okay.
All right. Does anyone else have things to show and tell? I know there's a couple of people who had some neat stuff. No?
Eric, put his name on.
Oh, did you? I can't use the voice here. Oh. So that's what I was asking. Eric, please show and tell. Or tell and show. But don't show that. But don't show what you won't tell.
Hello.
Hello.
I prototyped my full completed box the other day, the other month, and I'm working on a new design to try and sell on Etsy and whatnot. So this is what I have so far. It took me a number of hours of designing and whatnot to come up with the side thingies that lock the thing in place. And as a functional handle, I'm in the process of trying to come up with a mechanism that can attach here and here, so that I don't have to cut a slit in here in order to keep it stable, but something that I can put in here for a handle to go like this, but still keep this design.
Show the camera too.
Oh, okay.
Don't break it.
And, don't worry,
and what is it? I miss what it was.
It's an Army carrying case for my Warhammer 40K stuff. And then it has plenty of space for whatever.
Nice.
And then it's all modular, so each one will fit exactly the same as the next. And then my Mach 2 version, which is this one, it has these stubs instead, so you can always position it exactly where it needs to go without really.
So one box will nest on top of another. And
It's not glued right now, so it's kind of come apart. But yeah, so I'm working on that now. I'm still working on it.
Very cool. What kind of material is that wood?
It's just MDF 1/4 inch. And yeah,
great.
If anyone has any questions on if anyone wants to build something of their own on the laser cutter, with the laser cutter design anything that needs a brain kit, feel free.
However, currently our laser is down.
What? Oh, don't worry. It'll be there in a second.
What happened?
One of the belts broke.
Again? Okay.
Question
A lot of use. There's a question in the back.
So, question, is MDF cool or not cool for example? It's cool.
Make sure the vent fan is on.
clean it afterwards if it's stuffy.
It cuts fine. It cuts better than fly.
Yeah.
If you use the right
problem.
No, the formaldehyde in it is bad for you. It's not bad for laser. It does leave a lot of residue on the machine, like on the lenses and stuff like that. So if you're going to be putting a lot of MDF, like more than like 8 projects worth, let us know so we know how to schedule cleaning appropriately. But yeah, if you can absolutely cut it, just don't breathe the fumes. Cool. Treat it like a what video? Blended. Does anyone else have any shows and tells? The FamiLAB. What's the FamiLAB? I don't even know what the FamiLAB
It's
is.
not the truck you're bringing in. It flies.
What is the FamiLAB?
It's a quadcopter that I designed here in the lab that has our logo on it.
Very cool.
It's very, very, very awesome.
Can someone buy the parts to make one?
Yes.
How much?
About $100.
Does that include the headset?
Does that include a personal grooming by John?
What about controller?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Anything else before we move on? Okay. Jamie, I saw, it's here somewhere. Back there. Hi, I see your hand. I know you were working on the finances while driving.
I would never do that, Mike. That's a terrible thing to do.
So, I mean, I know you were working on the finances very
My job
diligently
today.
last night. Do you have the 2-minute summary of our finances?
I have a 45-second summary for people who just don't want to sit 2 minutes.
Okay. What is the 45-second summary of our financial situation?
TLDR, since the last meeting, which was picked up one member, lost one member, had 2 rejoin who had been delinquent, and then had 1 upgrade from standard membership to booster. About 2 classes that charged for a total of $250 after the event card fees. That was the whole month of June. So it was easier to report on while I was really not driving. And the bank balance is actually fairly steady, which is slightly disappointing. We haven't been spending much, except for utilities, bills, and a little bit of maintenance stuff.
And we're going to have to buy money for 5 things for the week.
Yeah, I just asked that unfortunately. But we're actually fairly steady. We're not deep, which is a little worrying, but we're also not spending exorbitant amounts of money on stuff, so it's okay now. That's the deal.
The other things, like she's mentioning, class income is a very good thing. So if you teach a class and you charge for the class, the models for that are your FamiLAB can keep all of the profits from the class. If you charge for the class, we can give you half of the profits after expenses as like a teaching fee if you chose to take half of yourself. Or you can notate to us like, hey, I taught a class on.
You should put the proceeds towards.
Yeah, I taught a class on 3D printing, and I want to put the money towards the BioLab because I don't really care about 3D printing, but I taught the class on it. So you can tell us to do that. So that's how the classes work.
It's worth it. We absolutely ton of events in what we just there were only 2 that active charge. Both of those had materials. Yeah, both of those had materials.
But if you have an idea of a workshop, class, seminar, sit down, some kind of loosely structured session between 1 and 50 people, let us know and we can help you set that up and arrange it, whatever the case is for whatever subject matter you would want to discuss. So we are going to talk about the membership application process again tonight. I'm going to skip it and push it towards the end again. Unless anybody wants to talk about it right now. Okay, fine. Upcoming events. Nick is doing a weekly machine shop workshop / hangout and do fun things Fridays. Right, Nick? Anything to add to that?
Oh, really? We work on different stuff every week. It's kind of just a casual night where there will be people in the machine shop who're welcome to stop by and give us some knowledge, ask some questions, share some knowledge, whatever floats your boat. We've done anodizing a couple times. We spent part of last time installing the digital readout on the board, which was an upgrade funded by a machine shop class. And we've got a long-term project of upgrading the mini CNC mill
the mini mill to CNC. So then you've got a computerized milling machine that is entry level and non-threatening. That's about all that's going on. So, come on out, bring your questions, bring your projects.
So we also have we also have technically we have a laser class this weekend. That's TBD based upon getting the machine back up and running. Is Siraj still wearing those? Yep. That's right. DC 407. That is next Tuesday, if I'm remembering correctly. And yes, the date is correct. Lance, is he here still? He's working on it. Oh, he's working. Lance and Willa usually lead that. See one of them if you have questions. Raspberry Jam, that's the Central Florida Raspberry Pi users group. That is the 29th. That's not this weekend, but next weekend. If you have a question about the Raspberry Pi that can't be answered otherwise, that would be a cool place to want to show off anything you've done. Remote control meetup, John. That's every fourth Tuesday.
Tuesday, second Saturday, second Sunday.
So that's next Tuesday. And that's like all day.
From noon to 6.
Cool. Soldering workshop on the 5th of August. Who's teaching soldering?
Aaron.
Aaron's teaching soldering on the 5th. He's not with us tonight. Star Wars night, also on the 5th. What movie is it now?
It's going to be Empire Strikes Back.
The best of the Star Wars films. Yes. There's a secret that happens in that one that I won't spoil for you guys. It's revolutionary. It really changed the whole landscape.
There's a secret?
Some haven't heard it. I don't know. Okay. Spoilers, gosh. Also, speaking of Star Wars night, I will just reiterate because there's a lot of people here that aren't normally here. It's actually a very serious thing at FamiLAB. I hate that I have to say this, but I have to say this. Don't say anything about the new Star Wars film, trailers, characters, spoilers, actors, behind the scenes, or show videos in public forum without asking everyone if they're okay with it. We have some members who are very, very picky about not seeing any spoilers before the film. And they've asked me to. Hi. No. But we have several members who are. That's why there's a Star Wars channel. It is not a spoiler-free zone.
There's a Star Wars spoiler channel. It's been released. If there's a description that says beware of unlocked spoilers.
I mean, these are people who won't look at the trailer because they don't want to know anything going into the film. So please be respectful. Same thing that happens for any of the other big films or TV shows. Doctor Who, Game of Thrones. Does anyone have a problem with Doctor Who spoilers? No? Oh, there's a couple of people. We're a bunch of nerds and it kind of has to be because people get upset about it.
Talk about things that are happening.
It is happening.
Yeah, but some of us don't watch TV. We're on Netflix, so we got to wait.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have a story. I know.
All right, so moving on. Anyway, so that's a quick update. The laser class on August the 5th is canceled. Siraj will be performing other things. What? Okay.
Again?
And second Saturday multimedia night. Have any of you guys in here attended that?
Yes.
A couple of you. And that is on August the 12th. That is our next upcoming second Saturday multimedia. Does anyone know what Saturday it falls on of every month? The second.
What time is it?
Yes.
7.
Show up and then it goes all night.
7.
Yeah.
7 to 12.
7 till, oh God.
Whoa, what are you doing, Dave?
There's a purpose.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. The font's all wrong, but that's my fault. Anyway, so we have a couple new members to introduce as well, and a complete book to be voted on. We'll jump right into introductions. In no particular order, I think. Yeah, no order. I can tell. Alexander. You go by Alexander or Alex or something else? Okay. Welcome, Alex. Come to the center of the room and tell us about yourself. and why you want to be a member of this lovely organization we affectionately call FamiLAB.
Thurman.
My name is Alex, and I would like to be a part of this.
Hyperspace.
I'd like to be part of this hackerspace because I'm like constantly making stuff, and I don't have a lot of tools. So like, when trying to like make something of steel, the chemically, you kind of break everything you want. So I'd rather like use things that were meant for doing that. And this place has like everything that I need. So like,
you will find that just because a tool is meant for a project doesn't get used that way here.
Sometimes he's gonna start.
Also, there are a lot of people who like know everything about everything. So he knows everything about it.
Any questions specifically for Alex?
What do you want to learn?
3 questions.
Anything specific?
Is there a lot of usable stuff? So
Okay.
I'd like to learn maybe like stuff like instruments, like I've already started doing that. I made started making a drum machine. It's sort of like 2 breadboards at home right now. So it's kind of like hard to like use it. I'm trying to put it into a box and have like 2 breadboards in the box.
See, that's a show and tell item.
Okay.
Hi. I can look at
Darn, I was gonna ask about a flute.
Well, that's really cool. Is it a function?
It does work. I apologize in advance. It works.
It makes noise. Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Nice.
One more question. No, I'm just saying there's one more.
I'll fill it out. What's your favorite color?
Why green?
That's too many questions. All right, thank you, Alex. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And next on the list, George. You go by George?
I go by George, yeah.
Okay.
We're a package deal, by the way.
Uh-oh.
You probably see the family resemblance here. There.
Do you also do your own stunts?
Pardon me?
Do you also do your own stunts?
Very poorly. That's what I look here. This is probably
You can look whichever way you
Stand
like.
here. That way I can actually see you with the camera and you can see everybody else.
Okay. Family, wife cares nothing about making anything, but she's happy to complain about anything I make. Alexander, and my son Philip, he likes to make, he's 16, he likes to make trouble, and he likes to make hip hop music. He's buying like the soundtrack on the internet, that kind of stuff, so he probably won't be out as much either.
Second starting multimedia.
Well, yeah. He's into really being cool these days.
Okay.
I want to break music anyway. In the hip hop world, you're not cool. All right.
I'm not cool in any world. What are you talking about?
This is on the internet.
I'm an engineer, mechanical for many years. I work at Siemens today. Large steam turbine that keep the lights on for you guys. Do machine design, stress analysis, that kind of stuff. And made a lot of drawings in my day, but I've never made any chips on a lathe until Saturday. So it's thrill. And my interests are kind of electromechanical stuff. Maybe anybody knows, like I like to do some smartphone programming type stuff, and maybe some interface with like microphones and that kind of stuff. And also, I'm interested in just fairly simple stuff. And I have to say, I couldn't imagine you guys had a BioLab here, so I really look to see what you guys are doing there. I know nothing about that kind of stuff. Never follow a dog or a child. Anyhow, in family, my dad was a mechanic. My millwright in automotive factories in Detroit. And my other grandfather I wanted to mention, I brag a little bit. People might actually appreciate it. There's like a 1950 Popular Mechanics magazine. There's an article on him. He had an automated house in the 1950s. Like that. The motors would open the windows, the close. It had like a big thing of like cams, that kind of stuff.
There's a home automation channel on Slack.
This would be a vintage. I didn't know that one, but
Yeah, I learned that one a while back.
so things I want to start very small. This thing broke at home, and our cells fell down, so we can't buy this part anymore. So I want to make this nice on metal. Plus, I'd like to make some a belt and a buckle maybe, so I can help you guys there. And I've also got some big plans, but they're all secret. I have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Just kidding.
All right. Questions for George?
You want to teach us?
I want to teach you. All I know is like stress analysis, analysis.
Hey, Suraj, isn't that what you're doing right now?
So Suraj is currently in his master's class for mechanical engineering.
Is that right? Yeah. And I could teach you like formal machine drawing, engineering drawing, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go.
Nice.
I could teach I've already learned that, but there are many other people who
Do you know GD and T?
I know it enough to take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else.
Okay.
I've got a book on nothing like that.
Yeah, I need to learn it.
I've got several books.
I have a question though.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen the video that's on the internet where they are lowering the turbine into a steam generator and the crane fails at some point? The turbine comes slamming down into the assembly. Yeah. Seen that? Did it make you cry?
Oh man. We're the guys who like stand there and we design all these, every curve I think is designed properly. They see it, all these tolerances, they put them together just right, they check the stuff to 1,000 of them, and then they take us. They've actually killed, I've got videos of people being killed on these things. They got pictures of a rotor, like it's a huge thing with hundreds of blades, each one costs like $1,000 a blade.
Yeah.
It goes in, it goes onto the barge. Barge tips over and drops in.
Oh no!
That's the kind of thing.
All right, thank you very much, George.
Thank you.
Next on the list, I don't know because I moved off that tab.
Eddie Diaz.
Eddie's next. Eddie Diaz, just so you guys know, he turned his paperwork to me, and it does say something interesting on it. It says Eddie Diaz, better than Eddie. Yeah. Can you explain to us, Eddie, why Ed is not as good as Eddie? And we need to have another Ed, and we have Ed, and Eddie.
That's what I told him.
Yeah. So,
Application, if you know Eddie people.
Find just one.
A knife making Eddie.
The one I learned from. One of the ones I learned from.
I just like to do it. And so jiu-jitsu. So one of my hobbies is I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So I'm a purple belt. He's a blue belt, so I give him a hard time for that. And then, I helped him a bunch making the knives. He helped me a bunch with the leather. He's actually the guy that introduced me to FamiLAB. So that's the one that brings me here. As you said, my name is Eddie Diaz. I'm a Air Force veteran, network security engineer by day, and
I'm so sorry.
and a knife maker at night. So that's my hobbies and stuff.
Do you use your knives to protect your network?
no.
Just the knuckles. Just the knuckles.
What kind of network do you run if you need a knife?
You did say an electronics network.
Oh, just questions. We'll do a couple questions for Eddie. Eddie.
What do you want to teach us?
I could, whoever's interested in knife making, that's really what my specialty is at right now. So if anybody's interested in that, me and Ed could show you guys some things. Anything else?
You have a knife on you?
I got my little personal carry. It's all messed up right now, but.
Camera.
Nice. Yeah, actually, this design, I make a little titanium multi-tool as well, and they just got picked up by Kaiser. If you guys know what Kaiser is, Kaiser's a knife company. So I'll be getting this in production and that little tool. So that's pretty cool. That just happened.
I have a question about jujitsu.
Yes.
Speaking of jujitsu, are you familiar with any of the weaponry you use? Or are you a hand and body only?
In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the only weapons is your body.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was the same as the other ones or not.
Yeah, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, the karate, and all that stuff, they have different ones.
It was a follow-on class because there was a group of people who were building lightsabers here and are looking for someone with a little bit of experience to do some training.
Choreography.
Choreography. Yeah, break dance a little bit too.
So the place where you train, it isn't on Michigan and Orange, is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu place there.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Brazilian.
I ran some tables there.
Michigan, yes. Actually, I did go. Actually, got my blue belt at Alliance, and I ended up moving to a different school. So.
Other questions for Eddie?
When's your next MMA fight?
I have no idea. Actually, get punched in the face. The last fight, I was like seeing double. So
that's interesting. So don't get on Eddie's bad side. George had a question in the back.
I was a avionics technician, so I worked on all my main jet I worked on was the F-16. I did all the avionics on F-16.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. And David reordered things for some reason, but the last, we have two more actually. Alex, please stand up, introduce yourself, come to
Please come to the spot.
Of the room. Please move all the way to the dead center of the room. There you go.
Hi, I'm Alex. I've been wandering this a little bit now, so you guys can probably got me. I'm interested in a lot of things. I just want to learn in general. I get a lot of projects over the years that I just haven't done. They got pushed to the wayside because laziness or I don't know how or whatever. So I came here. That's actually perfect. So I'm actually learning how to do all these things and learning more things that I didn't know I wanted to know. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a doctor.
Questions for Alex?
I like the 11 best.
Which original 11 or 11 including the War Doctor or 11 including the War Doctor and a half Doctor?
That's it.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay.
Do you name one of the most sought after projects that you wish that you completed that you may actually revisit here?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. I just got projects that just never got started because.
What project are you going to work on when you get here?
Right now I'm already working on building a cat tower. And I've been disassembling and reassembling the mini laptops that my dad finds and gives to me. Yeah, he conveniently fixes them to where they don't work anymore. And then I refix them to where they do. It's fun. My dad gives me quite a bit of a challenge. He thinks he knows a lot about electronics and stuff. Yeah. I don't know a whole lot, but I've also bought motors and stuff for drones that I was playing with. I was playing with JD that hope to learn how to put them together actually.
Very cool. Excellent. All right, thank you very much, Alex. And Fico, last but least not.
I don't know if this is going to show up on the.
My name is Pico. I tend to ramble, so I prefer to prepared multimedia.
A+ for the most prepared member introduction.
That's my class.
We had a video introduction.
So I like making stuff, as you see there, kind of So I don't have the best set of tools. So usually my strategy is like go to Lowe's, go to Walmart, walk around, find things that I can like mash together to make whatever I'm trying to make happen. So lately I've been making some like fitness stuff. So super simple. It's just like a board with a gym mat and boom, I can jump up outside. Since I'm like stuck to the computer most of the day, I like working outside. Set up battle ropes, so it's like a hose, filled it up with some sand, got some vinyl tubing and wrapped it in like duct tape and tennis grip, and then it works out pretty well. And then this thing, so this I had to have made because like I bought that all-in-one pull-up rack thing, but I didn't have the tools to like make it stable, so I paid a guy to like bend those tubes and drill them. Like I just showed him the design and how to make them. As you see, super stable. Like still shaky, like, but if you're not being obnoxious like that, it works out pretty well. So aside from that, I've been like pretty into like ergonomic gear, and like just that was a project that I had to do because the keyboard didn't fit on the stand that I got, so I just made like a base and gave it like an incline with a nice easy wrist angle. And this is my computer setup that I ripped. That's why I mentioned the zip ties. I think it's got like probably 100 or 200 zip ties. It's like a keyboard stand with a wire rack and some shelving from Lowe's and all kinds of doodads and attachments. But it works. Gets the job done. I would like to do something from scratch, which is something I'm interested in coming here to do, to like learn how to use all the tools and be able to like design something and make it from the ground up instead of mashing things together randomly. So that's making stuff. Aside from that, my main thing is probably software. Over the last few years, I've been teaching myself just different programming stuff depending on the project. That blows. Yeah, I had some stuff, some demos of software stuff that I've done. This one works. So this is just like it's a command palette inspired by the Sublime Text or like any IDE or software editor command palette, but I want a global one so that you can like launch commands, based on app context. You don't have to remember all your hotkeys. You can just like open this thing, it'll show you what's available for the app, and then you can launch commands or like run scripts or stuff like that. The other stuff I had was like fitness app I did on Android, and a color thing I did, like a web app, kind of like generates colors for app design. Aside from that, I'm into music. I come out to the multimedia nights pretty frequently. That's like pretty much the same setup I come here with. So jam. That's pretty much it.
Very cool. Wow. Congratulations for being our first PowerPoint introduction.
So we have a programming channel, a music channel, and a training and racing channel in Slack. I think that almost covers your entire content.
What was the last one?
Training and racing.
Exercise.
You're supposed to talk about complaining about cycling, but you're welcome.
No, I complain about cycling.
Okay.
I stopped complaining about my broken ankle in there. So
I have a question for you. In your programming slide, you had a number of different languages and interfaces you work with. Were those in any particular order on the slide? Do you have a favorite or preferred set of programming languages? And a follow-up to that question, because it matters, spaces or tabs?
I'll start with the spaces or tabs. I use tabs, but I don't know. I feel like it's like a moot point at this point, because all the major editors work with, if you copy a spaces file, it'll turn into tabs. If that's what you have set, copy tabs, work spaces. So I feel like it should work for personal preference, whatever you're into. Favorite Python right now, because like I started with like Java because I wanted to do Android stuff, but that's a pain because then if you want to do like a desktop app and an iOS app, you have to do like 3 completely separate projects. So I've been leaning towards Python with Kivy. You can hit like every platform simultaneously. So I'm like building out a wrapper for Kivy.
You met Dustin?
Yeah. I've come out to some of his classes and probably will demo some stuff.
Very cool. Other questions that I asked? 3. Come on.
What are you going to teach us first?
Oh, there you go.
That's easy.
A few things. So I've been talking with Mac developmental meeting night, and kind of demoing little things in it, but I'll probably try to get something together. I'd like to maybe do something for like live routing, like using like Ableton and like banging out loops like all in a row on the spot. And then with Dustin, I've been talking about maybe doing like a workshop or something to do like an introduction to Kitty and like making cross-platform apps with Python. And probably like a bunch of other Python topics.
I think that'll be a very popular class. One more question for Pico.
The workout equipment that you're making, well, obviously it's not not from scratch, but coming up with your own cheapo ways of building what already exists, pretty much, except for the trampoline thing. Would you be willing to teach the simple ways of doing said things?
Definitely, yeah. There's actually there's a really popular website called Rostream, and that guy he has a ton like anything you can think of fitness wise, he has like a DIY version of it. Those ones I just kind of
And will you be inventing anything of your very own originals?
That collecting that I would say to use, I actually wanted to design from scratch, but like I said, I didn't have the tools, so the easiest, fastest way I figured out at the time was to buy that for the main core of it and then fix some bugs to it. But I would like to do something from scratch that's maybe more portable. Probably more of like an A-frame that I can just like collapse and break down anytime.
Very cool. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so we have a number of people that we're going to be voting on tonight. David has the ballots. Just so you guys know, directly after the voting, we have 2 more agenda items to go over, so don't leave, but we're going to go ahead and hand out the ballots. I'm going to read off the people who are going to be voted on tonight. If you will, if you're here, stand up, walk towards the front of the room, wave at everyone, say hello, and then kindly walk out in August there. We'll shut the door behind you. We will talk about you poorly behind your back, and then vote on you.
I think there's a picture of that.
What? A picture?
Yeah, it's one of the guys.
Here? Yeah. Chris, a.k.a. Hector. He's on the.
He's a little picture.
He's the tiny picture in the corner.
He's listening.
Is he? Elliot?
He's sitting me text the whole time.
Hello. Warren Nelson. That's Wang. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't worry, we actually love you all. We just, we say this in joking. Ryan George. Ryan. Okay. Brian Paul. Hello, Brian. So we are voting on 5 tonight. Brian is not here. You let our friends back in?
Okay, sit. Would you eat one? Would you eat it?
I can see it going nom nom nom.
I like eating things. Peanuts are good. I like
You
peanut
will,
butter.
like if I'm eating
Edamame, yeah.
he'll eat the shells.
You are alive again.
Is it green?
Is it a hot dog or not a hot dog, Jamie? Sorry, is it Silicon Valley reference? Hot dog, not hot dog. You watched the season yet?
I haven't watched this season yet.
Okay. All right. Okay, everyone. So we've got two more items of business. The first item of business, just so you guys are aware, we have been discussing about changing our membership process. Right now, everyone's kind of familiar with how it goes now. You introduce yourself, and then we vote on you the following month. We're looking to do away with voting entirely and change it over to a essentially signature and vouching system. John has prepared something it's super loose at this point. There can be many changes to it, but I'll pass these out. This is just the one.
Yeah, it's edited, formatted, it's all.
Yeah. So again, this is very loose right now, but kind of an idea that we're working from to maybe figure out how we're going to do a new process. So essentially, it's a little bit more paperwork, but it puts the onus back on the members rather than the board for figuring out if on someone becoming a member. Essentially, you get to know more people, and because that, you get in and there's no voting. So it's kind of cool. We're looking to implement it soon-ish, but because we're still trying to get it all together, figure out how it actually works, we postponed it from this month and next month. But there's an RFC on our forums. If you're not on our forums, join our forums. It's forums.familab.org. And under them, if you just join, you have to request membership access because there's an RFC, a request for comment, in the members only section about the new membership process. I posted John's document, the link to the document in the forum post, so you can look at it, comment on it. Feel free to. Clearly, this is your guys' process, so feel free to add comments or delete things or say we should do it this way or that way. Remember, many of you who are part of the discussion, that Jamie has transcribed. Thank you, Jamie. She's not here; she's in the other room. But please take a look at it and go from there. Any questions on that? Cool. New membership process soon, TBD. Anyone who introduced tonight will still be using the traditional process. We will probably start September, maybe. We're figuring it out. Essentially, when it's done and everyone approves of it, we're all good. The other thing is coming up very soon. Let's see how many it's. 22. It's 22 Saturdays? No. No, it's not 90. It's like 16 Saturdays between now and Maker Fair. Yeah.
So it's about 5 until it starts getting really crazy.
Yeah, so Maker Fair, they've already opened the call for makers. If you have a project that you want to show off at Maker Fair. What?
I have nothing I want to show.
Okay. You never did. So there's essentially a call for makers is open on the Maker Fair website. If you've got a project you want to show off at Maker Fair, please go and sign up, register as soon as possible. They've actually already received something like 90 applicants, and it's not closed yet. They're looking to have somewhere between 300 and 400 makers this year. Anyone who's planning on building a combat robot should also register individually.
Actually, we're having
Oh, is that what that's about? Okay. That was a challenge last year. But essentially, if you're doing anything else, register. You don't have to finish it tonight. You can start the process. And then mention, there's a that says if you're with a group or a guild or anything like that, you can say I'm with FamiLAB. And then what that does, that will put you on our list, so you'll be in our booth or at least our area, depending on your projects. So any questions on signing up for actually to exhibit at Maker Faire. Okay, so also, given that FamiLAB is a very large, it's a very large event for us. It's our biggest event of the year by far. We probably usually have 50 of our members or more there representing us. At the time, we also have a lot of need for volunteers. So if you don't have a specific project, but you're like, hey, FamiLAB is great, I'd really love to help with something to do with FamiLAB, we have a sign-up sheet. And I believe Katie has just posted it to the channel. There's a volunteer sign-up sheet, and you can pick your shift. You can select one for every day. You can select one for no days. But essentially, if you sign up to be a volunteer for a half a day, you get the rest of the day of entry to the fair free. If you're a FamiLAB volunteer, you can sign up for all 4 days and work one shift every day, and then you get to experience the fair. Essentially, for free.
4 days?
No, it's 2 days, but there's 4 signups. Oh, sorry, there's three days on us because we've got Friday, which is load in here and load in at the fair, and then Saturday and Sunday.
6.
Yeah.
But we're trying to make it for person, that way maybe that's good for work. If you want to work long, work long. If you want to get over and work 4.
But in a perfect world, we have enough people signing up where everyone only has to do 1 or 2. And that way, we're not all up 72 hours between Friday and Sunday.
Also, if you sign up for one, actually work it. Don't sign up and then not show up.
If you have specific wants to help out, like if you want to help out specifically with the after party prep, cleanup, and grant planning or whatever, or if you want to help with truck driving, if you want to drive the truck to and from the fair, we usually run a 24-foot box truck, right, Philly? The 24-foot?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. We rent a big box truck, so we put everyone's stuff in there, drive to the fair in 1 or 2 or 3 trips, hopefully as few as possible.
And there's also a specific one for helping out at the after party.
Yep.
Because Maker Faire cookies and then like an hour later the after party can start. So we need people doing making them alive, make their tokens
And that's on Saturday. Other stuff for Maker Faire, if you volunteer to help on Friday, but you can't help on the other days, but you still want to go to the fair, let me know and I can make special arrangements to get you a badge from one of the days. We know people. Questions about Maker Faire volunteering? So let's say one other thing. So some of you went. Who all went to Maker Faire last year? Who didn't go? Okay. If you didn't go to Maker Faire last year, you attend this year. But if you attended last year, you notice that we kind of did a setup to where all of our makers kind of had their own booth. This year, Mike, as I understand it, and you guys know as well as I do, what I think we're trying to do is divide up our booth areas into different specialties in the lab. So we might have the metalworking area or the leatherworking area or the biolab area. And so there'll be a couple makers that might be grouped together in one area. And that way it makes it easier for you to take breaks if you need to. If you're one of these different makers, someone else who is in leatherwork, you might be able to tell people about your project while you're going to getting lunch or something, rather than you having to manage your the whole time. So we're trying to consolidate and serve and make things cool and awesome. If you're interested in attending any of the planning meetings, if you're really excited about that, let one of us know and we can help with that as well. Cool. Any other questions, comments, remarks? Yes.
What does the shift particularly pertain to? Are you supposed to know everything about the subject matter in order to influence the people you're talking with, or
not necessarily? Yeah.
Like you did laser cutting, go work the laser. Or you do woodworking.
Well, maybe. We'll figure out what's there.
Stuff like that. Whatever you are comfortable with, what you know, try to do that.
And we do have people who essentially do talk about FamiLAB in general as well, and tell people about how you become a member, how much the dues are, what kind of facilities we have. how the people are here, if they're cool or if they're stuck up, that kind of thing.
And for you people, that's a great job because I did that last year, 6 weeks after doing
Yeah.
sat at the front table, thinking about how awesome this place is and like, this is an awesome place because I was feeling that coming.
Has your opinion changed?
I'm still here. I think that's to be a masochist. I can work on that.
Wait, I thought we got rid of that. That's now called tabletop.
Okay. Any other questions about Maker Faire, or are we good to adjourn for tonight? Oh, I'm sorry, John. John, why didn't you talk about the senior show and tell? It's actually on the agenda, and I just missed it. So we are working on new T-shirts for El Labo. Is this your stuff? So we are working on a couple different designs. I don't know which one this is. Is this the coat hanger one? Okay. So we're working on some new T-shirt designs.
You can see it in space. It's my shirt. So.
They're not completely finalized yet, but we're working through an online provider for T-shirts. So essentially what you'll do is you'll go on there and buy the T-shirt from them. They do like one-off prints and then send them out. What was the cost of the shirts? $15. So we're trying to do $15 for the shirts. But yeah, so this is the shirt. Pretty cool if you guys want to feel. It's very soft. So it's large for me, but yes.
Can we get them in super extra small or?
What's the smallest size you do? That's a see, these are great questions.
As we're sitting here, she goes, "I want one."
Hold that back, John.
That's about the right size for her.
The dress.
It wraps around.
Small, medium, large, extra large, 2, 3, 4, and 5XL.
No kid sizes. They do a small adult size.
No, just small.
Okay, so they do a small adult size.
Yeah, I see all of the medium and large stuff. We might have kid sizes on that.
Oh, yeah, we totally have.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of designs. These are, I'll show it to the camera. So these are some of the proposed designs we're working on. If you have additional designs you may want to submit up, you can't yet. When it's done, you can, but soon. So you'll see.
Teaser.
I like the retro story.
Yeah, this is the teaser. It's the teaser.
I just told why 4 a.m. shirt.
I don't even find that logo.
Okay.
I was looking for
it's on the it's on our website, and there's like the old FamiLAB website still available.
Right, but I couldn't find it.
But
I found this on Google. I like teaser. Did you get it?
No,
Top left.
no, I don't get it.
Recliner. That's yeah.
It's on YouTube. You can literally look it up later. So anyway, what?
That's a good point.
So this is the teaser. None of these designs are final. We're again still trying to work out the process, but the idea will be that we'll be 100% operational by Maker Faire, and we'll have a way for people to buy them at the fair, essentially, and then they'll ship to them. Yeah. So yeah, so that is going. If you guys want to feel the shirt and admire it, see John later. Okay, have I forgotten anything else? Because I forgot like 3 things tonight already. What?
I said I'm doing for a second. Have you moved anything, or just pushing everything?
No, I'm just pushing everything to RFC right now. Yep. If you have questions or comments on the new process, let us know.
And since Jane was out of the room, thank you for transcribing.
Yes. All right. Meeting adjourned. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool, right?
Go forth and prosper.